Dear friends, welcome to another very exciting edition of Data Science Tutorials. Myself, Dr. Suptik Mukherjee. Today's topic is Lambda Functions. But before we move on to the topic, I have a small request. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. We put a lot of hard work and effort in creating these videos. If you subscribe, it will motivate us significantly. Also, the Jupyter notebook that you're using today, including the code, has been put up in the GitHub repository. The link for which is provided in the description below. Now, moving on to the topic, Lambda functions. We have already seen in the previous videos how a function, a user-defined function, is created. We define the function. For example, this function add has two parameters, x and y. It adds the numbers x and y and returns it. But there's another way to create these functions without defining them, and that's what called lambda functions. Here also we'll give two arguments. Here also we'll add x and y, but it's all done in a line. Add lambda. That is the equivalent lambda function. So when you call add lambda, the equivalent lambda function, and initially if we call add and provide 3 and 5 as the arguments, the out and print out the result results, the output is the same. So now if we use this concept in the program that we had stated before in the user defined functions, and we are trying to get the total age, then what we do is uh, it's the same program, but now we are using the lambda function. So you have a outer function which is read csv and add ages, and we have a inner function add ages, which is defined by the lambda function. And we do the so what we do is first we go to so this is the csv file, data missing functions one underscore csv. So this is the one which is the file name and age, and it has three names and three ages. And it creates a data frame. No, first it calls the function read csv and add ages, and passes on the argument which is the file name. And then using this file path, it goes to the so that we come to the inner function later. So it goes to try and accept. So using the read underscore csv method and pandas dot read underscore csv, it creates a data frame, and we print the data frame, and we get 0 1 to the indices, the name and age. Now we use the dot iteros method, and for the indices and the row, we loop it through all the indices in the row, and extract from the name and the age column the values for the key value pair. And if the and return the add, and so this one is stored as a dictionary data, and we pass on the dictionary to add ages which is this nested function, and which is a lambda function basically. And what this lambda function is doing now, it checks that if age is not a null value. If not a null value, the pandas dot isnam, then uh, and we loop it through all the values which we get from data dot values, and for and loop it through all the age values which we get. Then what happens is, if it is not a null value, then it's the int of the age is summed up and stored as a and returned as a string. So when we add when you put the data, when you pass on the data, which is a dictionary, in the add ages function, then the add ages will give the total age as a return of it, and that is given here, return add ages. um, and so if you print this, so if we print the result, which is basically obtained by calling the outer function, then what we should get is, we should get the total age. So now, in order to understand it completely, I have put forward each and every point here, and you can have a look and see if there are any doubts. Let me know. That's all we have for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching, and happy learning.